Welcome, welcome, welcome to this space. If you're new here, and welcome back if you are returning. This is episode 3, and I'm still sharing a sneak peek into my book coming soon called To Be Honest Confessions of a Heal-A-Holic, and it's entries of personal revelations and collective nuggets of wisdom from my personal self-care diary. And this next entry from my book is called Playing in the Dirt. Let's begin. To be honest, I think having a garden is healing my inner child. So here's a fun fact. I used to be afraid of black-eyed Susies, and those are a type of flower, by the way. But as a kid, I used to be afraid of them. And I don't know, man, like, it was those things were just suspicious as a kid. I just couldn't I couldn't see that beyond that. And if my mom is listening, she'd be cracking up. But anyways, every time I'm in the garden dirt now, fast forward, I can almost hear my mom yelling in the background for me to get out of the dirt. I honestly forgot about that side of me. And that would be what people, or some people, call the tomboy era. I've always been that girl though, and I guess somewhere underneath all of life, I forgot about her. I forgot about the girl that loved to be outdoors as a kid, climbing trees, racing in the middle of the street with the neighborhood kids, catching lightning bugs in the summer, like all that good stuff. I used to tell people that if you had asked me before 2020, would I ever be a plant mom, garden hottie? I'd say hell no, except for the hot mom part. I guess that was my way of cueing myself into tapping back into my inner child. Tapping back into the parts of joy and simple pleasures that used to make my heart light up. That became one of the most important pillars of my self-care plan. And I know we hear a lot about self-care, and there's all these ideas of what that could look like, and sometimes that can be overwhelming for some people. Like, I've learned to take care of myself. The best way to start self-caring or developing a plan is to work with not only what truly brings you joy, what truly brings you peace, and whatever else you desire to experience, but to start with what already fits into your lifestyle right now. Like, you could be a busy mom, single dad, whatever your situation is. Make self-care work for you and work with you. It can be really stressful when you're trying to relax, but you can't really enjoy the self-care until your next payday. You know what I mean? So for example, my gardening was something that came as sort of an aha moment, but it came way after I had already started establishing my self-care plan. I rediscovered it after 2018 when I found myself really up against the wall. I was not happy with the way my life was looking or going. I was not happy with my motherhood experience. I was just not happy with myself. And so I started with things that I already knew I enjoyed, like drawing and painting and working out. And that's when I started creating my first official self-care plan. Now, back then, I didn't call it that, but that's what it was. And I've just been building on it since then. Now, I do evaluate it regularly because life shifts and there may need to be adjustments made accordingly. But other than that, it's really been a saving grace, especially when I was going through my postpartum challenges and, all of the other things that were weighing heavily and have weighed heavily on me ever since. Because having a self-care plan is great, but that doesn't mean life won't still life, I can always recall that self-care plan though and put it into activation at any moment. And for me, that's what sustainable self-care is about. a set of wellness strategies that you can implement on the fly, because triggers be triggering and weapons be forming, all right? A self-care plan is like your armor while all the smoke clears. But the more that we deny ourselves that care, the more we keep telling ourselves, next payday, I'm going to do this, the more we keep saying, we'll wait till the kids are grown. It's like putting ourselves in direct fire. And surrendering only feels like it takes forever because we're just so used to being armed. If you found resonance with this session, please be sure to like, share, subscribe, follow, and meet me in the comments, okay? Talk to me because I talk back. But whatever you're guided to do, until the next time we meet, this has been Be Well, Babe with Coach Isha, and I'm wishing you peace as you pace. Ashe.